Okay, so in previous videos we've looked at the pelvis from the front and we've looked at the pelvis drop or the knee coming into the midline, which affects a lot of runners in particular. But in actual fact, looking at our hip health, and something I looked at with the hip hinge video a couple of weeks ago, we want to look from the side and have a look at how the hips are moving and what's happening from this perspective. So if I get Juliet here to do a small knee bend for me, you can see that as she goes down, she wants to sort of stick her hips back, so there's a lot more movement happening at the hips here, and that's increasing stress into the back. I'm a big believer that the hips drive a lot of the back problems that we see, as does the thoracic spine. The back is the area caught in the middle that takes the stress and takes the load, tries to compensate for things. So what we're getting is a lot of excessive movement through that hip area. So if I get her now onto a single leg, and we do the same movement, we exaggerate that and we actually start to get some body lean forwards as well. And again, and down, and we can see that extension in the back increases, a lot of movement happening at the hip and the hip sticking back. Now there are a number of different driving factors that might be causing this for you. Really easy to test, just grab a mirror and do the movements in the mirror and look over your shoulder and see whether you can stay nice and tall, keeping the back in a nice neutral position and staying above. And again, when you're single leg, can you do the same thing? Can you keep everything level and stop yourself from bending forwards? It's a really important thing to be able to do. For explosive speed, yes, being able to bend forward is really important, but actually for day-to-day movement, we want to be able to move both ways. And with a culture of sitting at desks, working at computers, this is something that's becoming increasingly an issue. What we need to think about, our hip flexors and quads, short, tight, they become overactive. Calves tend to tighten as well, and these can all drive this pattern. What we need to think about, getting our abdominals working more efficiently and our glutes working more efficiently to help stop that pelvis from tilting on the hip. That's what we need to be thinking about, and it's really important for your hip health long term to make sure you've got these patterns working well. Thank you.